Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm all grayed out, Casper, and ghostly verified to bring you today's video. So thank you so much for clicking on the link. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to be filming one of my favorite videos, which is first impressions. Now, full disclosure, I did film this video last week, but I did not like the way my hair turned out. And I did like a wash and go, and it just was dripping conditioner. It just didn't look. I look like a beat face with wet hair. My face looked gorgeous, but yeah. So I'm going to refilm this video, full disclosure. This is going to be kind of more like a mid to high end first impressions video. I kind of cheated and I already did my eyeshadow and lashes. Eyeshadow is not high end, so we'll talk about that later in the drugstore video. But my lashes are... they're not really high-end either, but they kind of cost high-end, so I got them 50% off because I am collabing with them. So I will be making a post on Instagram because my hair and makeup will finally match. So you guys can use my code RonnieLuke10. These are Lena D Beauty Lashes, so go on their Instagram and order you some lashes. I don't get any money from you guys using the code. This is just a coupon code for you guys. So I'm going to be starting off with my Nars Luminous Wear Foundation. This foundation was super hyped up, and I remember that I already have sheer glow, and I mentioned like, oh, I don't want to try it, and then I kind of fell for the hype and I got it. So I am in the shade D2. Normally for me, I feel like as long as you as long as you buy the same numbering for Nars, you should be pretty much spot on. So I kind of already know how this foundation wears. However, last time I wore it, I did put on powder first because I know Nars is a little bit more glowy than I like. However, I feel like I shouldn't have did that. So this time I'm not going to do that because I felt like it made the foundation look a little bit heavier than really what it is. So it's going on super smooth. My chin has been having quite a bit of breakouts this past, I'm gonna say 2 to 3 days. And I've just been getting random pimples, and I think I figured out why. Number one, when it's my time of the month, I do kind of binge on sugar, but I've been eating a little bit more sugar than I've ever eaten before. So I think it's a combination of the sugar, and I noticed at work that I have been touching my chin area lately to think about things. Like I'll be like resting my hand on my chin. So now I've told myself, do not touch your face at all. And usually when I wear makeup, it kind of helps. So of course, I don't usually wear makeup to work. However, yeah. So this breakout, I haven't had any more pimples come through, so they're pretty much all gone. As you can see, my skin's back to normal. I just have this one left over, so sorry you gotta see that. You guys, I love this foundation. I used 3 or 4 pumps over my whole face, and I think it looks really good. For once, I used the pointy side, and I think it looks really good. That looks really good. It looks better than the first time that I wore it. So, note to self, I won't be putting powder first with this foundation because it just didn't look right for me on my skin. So, now I'm going to be trying the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion concealer. This concealer is super hydrating. It claims to be long wearing, creaseless, all that jazz. People say that this has been super hydrating. I also tried this and I really love the color. I feel like the color is like spot on to what I'm going for nowadays, which is I want a highlight, but I don't want it to be too yellow, too light, too dark. Like, I want a good color, and I am in the shade 6 Neutral, so that's probably why I really like it. I know it says on the Sephora website to dot, but I'm not gonna dot my concealer. I never do. I'm gonna wear it how I would normally wear it, so hopefully this doesn't get cakey. I didn't notice that last time, but oops. I almost like doing first impressions sometimes where I've already worn it once before I show you guys on camera, just because I feel like I know how to wear it. You know, sometimes you don't always put it on the right way, or you might try something that it doesn't really work for the foundation, and it's not really the foundation's fault. It's kind of like, it's just your technique. So I actually really like doing this idea. So I might have to do that more often, where it's like I retry makeup instead of just being like one and done. I really like it. I feel like it's so lightweight. Last time I blended this, it blended like a dream into the skin, like you didn't even see it. So literally I just blended that and it's gone. Like I can literally leave this on for however long I want and it just blends so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, my face looks so good. So good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Mercier, and I'm just going to lightly set my face. I find that I've been using a little bit too much, and that's what gets me a little cakey. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my foundation face routine, and then I'll come right back to try the next product. Okay, so I'm back. I finished up the rest of my face, so I'm going to be trying out my next item that I'm really excited to try, high-end item. So this is the AMREZY Highlighter palette. I'm so happy to get this. You guys know, if you're OGs from my channel, I always use her eyeshadow palette, and I still have it from the very first moment it launched, like probably 4 years ago, maybe even longer. And I use that all the time. I've hit pan on pretty much every single shadow, but a little bit goes a long way. Now what I'm gonna do is highlight, and I know what you're thinking, like, you forgot to do your bottom mascara, which I do always forget, and now that I'm looking in camera, I can tell I forgot. So I need to do my eyeliner and some mascara, but I'm gonna highlight first. This palette is just so beautiful. She claims that this is a universal highlighter, so we shall see if it's still if I still feel the same how when I tried it the very first time. So you don't need a lot of product. I am using the A23, sorry, neck itches. I am using the A23 Sephora brush, and I'm just going to highlight. Like, bam. I love how it looks wet on the skin. Like, it looks like a wet highlighter. I'm gonna take a little bit up here and just, it looks so good. Build it up just a little bit, just so that way the camera can pick it up a little bit more. It looks so good. Do the same for this. Oops, a lot right there. It does blend out really easily, so that's good. So if you do put a lot, you should be able to blend it out. Okay, so I finally finished up all of my face, did my mascara, and by the way, this Bad Gal Bang from Benefit is super good. It makes my lashes look so voluminous, and I love it. I already have pretty voluminous lashes just because my lashes are naturally curly, but it looks really, but it looks really good. The highlight looks wet on my skin. I did spray some Fix Plus on my face since my Smashbox is running out, and usually when it runs towards the end it does like splatters, so I'm only gonna do this when I first do it until I get a new bottle. But yeah, so other than that, I feel like my face looks so good, and I love the foundation. I love it better than the first time I wore it. So I will do probably one, just check back in with you guys. The highlighter looks really good on my skin. I do feel like it could stand to be a little bit deeper, just because I feel like it, in certain lighting, it kind of looks a little silvery, a little more of an ashy champagne than like a golden champagne, but I'm not mad at it. I feel like this will be a really good topper for my Gilded Honey, so I'll probably be mixing those to give me like the perfect color concoction. But if you are deeper than me, I feel like it'll still work. You just have to be careful of the undertone that you prefer. But overall, AMREZY did it again. Amra, she did it again with Anastasia of Beverly Hills. Love both of their products, so yeah. Okay, so I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. So I'm back after about 7.5, 8 hours. So this is gonna be my final update because it's getting late. So overall, my final thoughts on this foundation are, I really love it. My only issue is, it's always the same issue with the Nars foundations. They do not do well with my smile line. So when I smile, sorry, I keep doing that. So when I smile, as you can see, this one and this one are both there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, of course, it's something that I could simply just take my beauty blender and just buff that out and put some powder over it. But I just don't know if I would I don't know if I would wear this to an event. Because of that, I'll have to figure out maybe something I can put underneath it to prevent the creasing. Even with the Laura Mercier concealer, that didn't really help right here at least because it creased there. But it might just be something that just nothing really can be done. So as you guys can see, I'm oily starting to get in my cheek area, my nose area, my T-zone / whatever this is. I always get oily there first. It does sit in your fine lines, so if you do have a lot of fine lines or smile lines like me, just be aware that this foundation will settle into those lines. Even when I first applied it fresh out of the gate, fresh out of the bottle, it was in my lines. So that tells me, ooh, I don't know how long this is gonna last. You know what I mean? Other than that, I really love the foundation. I feel like it looks so good on my skin. It looks very like natural, but a step up from natural. But that's the only thing, is you can see where it's like, and I know that's for me smiling so big, and who would have thought that having a big smile would give you smile lines? So moving on to the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. I love this concealer. I feel like the color is perfect for me because I finally found a neutral concealer that's not too light, not too dark, not too yellow, not too orange, not too red. I like the color. That's the best thing about it. It blends beautifully. So you guys saw that I left my concealer on my face, and I usually do leave it on for like 10 minutes or between 5 and 10 minutes. Like my eyes are always the last thing that I blend out, and I feel like even though you could see it was dried down, I just kept blending and it just blended out into a dream. I didn't have any streak marks or unevenness, like patchiness. It looks so good. So if you do the dot method, that's fine too, or if you do it how I used it, it worked just as good. So I really like it. 2 thumbs up for the concealer. You guys should definitely give it a try. So moving on to my next product, the AMREZY Highlighter. I almost called it a palette, but it's only one thing. This brick of highlighty goodness did just what I thought it would do. It's still on my skin even despite laying down, because I laid down to watch some Riverdale. Highlighter is so good. I feel like it looks wet on my skin. It stays put, like it's definitely there. My only con with it, and I try not to do, it's not a con, but if I could pick something, I feel like it's very universal. However, I do feel like in person it looks really good, but I do feel like it had a little bit of a deeper undertone. I think they did this undertone because it's more universal on everyone, like fair skin, dark skin, so I get it. But it is, I feel like, a little ashy almost sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to seeing my highlighter this light, because I like to do kind of more of a golden champagne. So if you're deeper than me, definitely give it a try. It may be something you have to mix, and then if you're fairer than me, it should work for your skin tone, but it all depends on your undertones and what your preference is on your face. Those are my final thoughts on everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I had to film it again. You guys will be getting 3 videos this week because I had to refilm a video, so I feel really bad. So I'm going to put out 3 videos this week and get back on my at least 2 videos a week schedule now that I'm feeling better. My spirits are good. I'm getting back where I need to be. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for supporting me and subscribing and sharing and liking and commenting, and I see all your private messages. You guys are so nice and so awesome. It's really nice to talk with you. So if you ever have any questions on anything, then yes, definitely hit me up. That'd be awesome. Alright, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!